Yo, what's happening, boys and girls? How the devil are we? Shanksy here, and welcome to my roster reviews, where we review yours. Well, maybe not yours, but somebody's roster that's got in touch on the Discord and asked for it, and check it out. We get to see what they're working on, how many days played, how much spent, total collection power, and having a look at their teams. Now, we try and do these reviews as a community, so if you see anything in there that you'd be working on personally, make sure you leave them down below, because the more comments down below, the more it helps out for the person's roster getting reviewed, and the more it helps out for just as a community checking it out and seeing where they stand, what they're working on, and where their roster matches up with how many days played, how much spent, and all that type of good stuff. So the more people that leave advice down below, it really, really does help out. Hell, you might even disagree with me. That's cool. Leave it down below. I'm intrigued to see it. Let's grow as a community together. Now, if you're interested in getting your roster reviewed, you can join the Discord. The link is down below. Send me a message. There is a small charge for the service, and there are 3 different types, whether it be done within a week, 24 hours, or whether we have a Discord call afterwards and we go through your war teams. All of that stuff is in my Discord if you are interested in getting that done. And basically, the money that we raise from it helps go towards the channel and make more content for Strike Force. So it's like a revolving circle, you know what I'm saying? But enough of me flapping me gums. Let's get straight into it, boys and girls. Yo, what's happening, boys and girls? How the devil are we? Welcome back to Shanksy's roster reviews. While we're checking out Aussie Jordan's roster today, he has an absolute whopping 6.37 million total collection power, with his strongest team power being 465k, War MVP 29 times for them OG Elite Mafia. 136 of the characters collected, 64 of those bad boys at max rank. All-time arena rank is rank 12, and his latest arena rank has dropped a fair bit, just outside the top 100 to 101. Right, let's have a little look at the numbers, boys and girls. So, Aussie Jordan has been playing 781 days, just over 2 years. Just over 2 years, well, quite a bit over, like 2 years and like 2 months or something, I don't know. And roughly spent around 500 bucks. But as he said that, he said, I've roughly spent about 500 bucks. Don't know the exact number and don't want to know, to be honest. So therefore, I'm leaning towards he might have spent a little bit more. I'll put my hands up. Normally, when you don't want to know, there's a reason for that. So he's currently working on Black Order, but he just wants a little bit of help, like forming that well-rounded, all-rounder roster type thing. So we're going to be looking at teams in particular that would have the biggest impact that could help him out. But before we do all of that jazz, let's actually have a little look what we're working with and see what he's been leveling up at the moment. So the favorited, let's have a little look at the top line. We have got Hela, Colossus, Ghost Rider, Elsa, Karnak, Okoye, Domino, and then it goes into Thor, which is 100k. Now, these are all the ones that he's going to be farming up. And this is a really, really good idea, guys. I really like this. Favourite the ones that you are farming their shards for each and every day. Hela, Colossus, Ghost Rider, Elsa, Karnak, and Okoye. I'm pretty sure that takes care of both villains and heroes every day. I know for a fact Colossus was taking care of my heroes' missions for the daily rewards every day as well. So really, really solid to have those guys up there, favorited. You know you're not going to miss them every day. You're going to log in and boom, that's going to be your energy that you're going to be spending for them guys. Obviously, Domino then is favorited, but not really farmable at this point in time. And then we go to the top of the shop, which is Thor at 100k. Now, keep in mind, Hela would also be the top of the shop at 101k. Absolutely beautiful. Then we move over to one of my favorite characters in the game, Black Bolt. And then we've got an 88k Magneto. Moving on down to Nick Fury at 87, Phoenix at 86, Thanos at 84, Vision at 83, Rocket at 78, Invisible Woman at 77, Loki, Shuri, Daredevil, and Groot all at the 77 and 74 mark. So we can already see that we're making a fairly big BKT team, or a big Black Order team with Thanos. We know that Colossus is still fairly high at 74k, so we're going to have a decent looking X-Men team here as well, and we're going to have a decent looking Guardians with Rocket and Groot. So I like it a lot. Moving on down to Jugs at 71, Scientist Supreme at 71, Captain Marvel at 70, Luke Cage, Ultron, Agent Coulson, Wolverine, Iron Fist, Punisher and Namor, all between 69 and 65,000. We love it, they do, they love it. Minerva at 65, Human Torch at 63, Sith at 62, Star-Lord there at 61, Ebony Maw there at 61. I don't know about you guys, I'm distinctly unimpressed with Ebony Maw. I've type of been using him in More and Order in U7. I personally don't feel like Thanos is tanky enough for the higher difficulties of U7. And I don't really like Maw. I feel he's a really underwhelming character, guys and girls. Am I missing something? I've also taken mine up to like 75 straight away. I'm going to gear tier 14 him. I just feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm missing something. Jessica Jones there at 60, Quake at 60, Shield Security at 60, Heimdall at 59, Pyro at 59. Moving on down to Shield Medic, Mordo, Rescue, Captain America, Thing, Drax, Falcon. I would definitely be taking Falcon up, dude. Spend the 500k. You've got a level 71, 55k Falcon, 3 red stars on him. That's going to jump him up to about 58, 59k, and he's such an integral part of that power armor team. Falcon's an absolute beast where he comes and brings all that utility to the squad. Obviously, the speed up is huge. Anything with like turn meter manipulation in it, for or against, is absolutely massive. Speed kills in this game, boys and girls. Sabretooth 55, Gamora at 54, then War Machine at 53. Moving on down to Cyclops, Proxima, Hydra Scientist, Deadpool, 52k there on Psylocke, Cull Obsidian on 51, Shield Assault again another 500k. Part of that shield team, bringing that extra crit damage is well worth spending that extra little bit of gold on Shield Assault there, getting them up to 70k. Getting them up to 7 stars and level 71 would actually help out tremendously. Graviton there at 50. Symbiote Spider-Man is at 49k. Now, from what I understand, it's pretty much Dark Dimension 3 essential. So, for the later stages of Dark Dimension, I would definitely be putting in that work now on Symbiote Spider-Man. Obviously quite low on the gold stars, but there will be a 5th red star there when you get him. Going to be worth doing what you can with him at this point in preparation of when you hit that stage of Dark Dimension. Then we move down to Iron Man at 49, Mystique at 49, Yondu at 48, Mary Poppins, y'all. Venom at 48, Mr. Fantastic, Spider-Man, Ronan the Accuser, Black Widow, Shield Trooper, and Merc Riot Guard. Then we move down a little bit more to Cable, obviously going to be part of that X-Force team, and already a solid 45k. Might now be worth working up on Cable and Deadpool, getting ready for the rest of the X-Force team, if that's the team that you go in, that you're interested in, obviously with Domino already unlocked. Vulture there at 45k, Doctor Strange at 44, Black Panther at 44, Red Skull at 44, Storm at 43, Green Goblin at 43, Scarlet Witch, Miss Marvel, and Miles Morales between 43 and 41. Moving on down to Corvus, Yo-Yo. I feel like Yo-Yo, in my opinion, is literally one of the best characters in the game. Give us some love, man. Give us some love, man. Trust me, you will not regret it. She's an absolute beast. Hydra Armor Guard there at level 65, 41k. Shocker there at 40, Mantis at 40, Killmonger at 39, Hydra Sniper at 39, Taskmaster Bullseye and Hawkeye all at the 39 mark. So what I'm seeing is, I think rather than like working on teams, what we're going to try and do is give recommendations for single characters within those teams that will actually bring the most value to both War and Blitz. Could be the idea, because all of these guys are very close together, you know, very high power across the board. I think maybe looking at 1 or 2 of the characters that we can specifically focus on, that will actually help out the whole team, could be the right move here. Ironheart there is at 38, Mr. Sinister's at 38, Korath at 38, Kree-Oracle, Hand Sentry, Kree-Cyborg, Crystal, Carnage, Merc Lieutenant and Kree Noble all at the 37 mark. out of those, what characters are going to make a big impact on those teams is actually Carnage. Tier 4 in his passive is huge for the Spider-Verse symbiote team, and gives them a lot more turn meter and stuff like that, and will actually help out massively. Merc Lieutenant there at 37 and Kree Noble there at 37. Right, then we're moving on down to AIM Security at 37. Rhino, Shield Operative, Crossbones, Hulk, AIM Researcher, AIM Monstrosity, Kingpin, Royal Guard and Winter Soldier. Then we're going down towards the bottom of the shop. The regular characters down here with Electro, American Chavez, Mysterio, M'Baku, Strife, Kree Reaper. I actually really like Kree Reaper. Kree Reaper hits like a truck. Nobu, Toad, I'm actually seriously warming for the new Brotherhood. AIM Assaulter and Ant-Man. Then we got the Blob at 25, Wasp, Night Nurse, Boomer, Archer, Sorceress, Assassin, Blade Master, Infector, Grenadier, all of these guys that really don't bring anything to anywhere. Nebula, Stitcher, my favourite at the moment. Merc Soldier, Ultimate Merc Sniper, and Rabbit the Brood. I actually still use Sniper on my Merc team, mainly because he hits like an absolute truck, and he's got like 6 stars on my one. So he's not a bad character, but there are better options for the Merc team. So that is what we're working with, guys and girls. But let's have a little look at the squads and see where we could improve them a little bit. Right, so top of the shop, absolutely no surprises. It is that absolutely beautiful Asgardians team. I really like the positioning on this as well, with Hela there far to the right, with Thor there in the middle. The only trouble with Thor in the middle sometimes is with either of the clones, even when he goes invisible. Because basically when you're trying to target the Asgardian teams, you've got to be careful with the summons and where they go up. Now, if they go up in the middle, Thor's always there. He's always susceptible to an AoE hit. But I do quite like that positioning. I think it's actually really strong. Then we move down to the new BKT team with Star-Lord, Rocket, Vision, Minerva and Groot. Absolutely solid team, nothing wrong with that. Star-Lord's going to be feeding in that energy to Rocket. A nice big Groot there to stay alive, so Rocket's going to get that extra AoE. They're going to get defense up on Spawn, and obviously he's going to be able to clear any buffs before Rocket goes. I like it a lot. Got Defenders team down below that. Obviously no surprises there. Solid positioning. I like it. So far I wouldn't actually be working on any of these teams. I think they're all very solid, right? Then we go down to the X-Men. Again, very solid. Now, you could be pedantic here and say Colossus is obviously being worked on. That's a really good thing. Psylocke doesn't really need that much work. Now, to counter, I'd actually like to drop Psylocke out of that team, and I would personally put Storm in, depending on how big the Storm is. Especially when countering Coulson teams and stuff like that. Mainly for Storm's AoE slow is actually really nice. Her number 2, her special, is really solid. And with that bigger Cyclops, I would definitely be dropping out Psylocke for that. Then we move down to the Fantastic Four. Now, I think this is the team that could do with a little bit of loving. Namor obviously could go up to 7. Mr. Fantastic as well. I would definitely be making sure that you're farming him every single day. He's a very big part of this team. And I think just working on those 2 characters a little bit are actually going to give that team the most bang for the buck, as if you like. So make sure you've got Mr. Fantastic favoured. Start work on him and be grabbing them Namor shards as and when. Now, we've got the Black Order. This team is absolutely phenomenal if you are playing it. If you are playing it, they are absolutely great. If you're not playing it, the AI is not all that smart, right? Thanos will do that special when the enemy's got no buffs on them at all, so it doesn't really help. I really love this team. This is a phenomenal war offense team. In fact, as far as like war offense goes, I'm yet to see a team these guys can't beat. Like, they're that good. Right, then we move down to Nick Fury and his minions. I like it. And using that separated Coulson medic team down there with the new Brotherhood in the middle there. Now, the one thing that I've already said about this team is I would definitely be working on Shield Assault. He's going to bring that extra crit chance to everyone, and he does an absolute ton of damage. So Shield Assault would actually probably be the biggest impact on this team as far as damage output goes. Obviously with Trooper there as well, with him being next to Shield Security, could actually really go do quite well with a little bit more level, a little bit more gear. Absolutely solid with this this Brotherhood team. Obviously work on these guys as and when, but I don't think they're a top priority. This will still counter a lot of Coulson teams. A lot of Coulson teams in war, providing that you're opening with Magneto's special as opposed to his ult. You put the special down on Coulson and you are laughing. Right, then we go down to, it's like a War Vengers with Coulson Shield. It's a solid team. I'm not a huge fan. Like, personally, I would still rather see Coulson up here. And maybe, I would rather probably see Trooper and Operative down here and Coulson and Medic up here. I feel like this would make that a much stronger team, especially for war. That would definitely be my war defense team with them guys up there. But it's a solid team. It definitely does work. Definitely does work. Then we move down to the Black Order. Sorry, the Inhumans. Black Order, I said that, I'm literally staring at Black Bolt. Yo-Yo is going to be the biggest character that was going to make a huge impact on this team. Like, it literally, as long as you've got Black Bolt and Yo-Yo, it doesn't matter about the other three. These guys are absolutely crazy together. So yeah, just be working on Yo-Yo as soon as possible. She is well worth level 75 as like gear tier 14. She is worth it all day long. Then we've got the new Power Armor team. I feel like the biggest impact on this one would be Falcon, getting him above and beyond even the rest of the other guys. He's going to open up with that special. He's going to get a ton of turn meter. He's going to be able to get War Machine to go very, very quickly. And then he's going to be able to, especially in war, drop his crazy AoE attack. And then no one standing. It's beautiful. JD job done. So Falcon would be my one that I target from this group. Mr. Sinister would be one that I target with this group. Now, honestly, I would probably also get in someone like Kingpin for this team. That's going to help out with the villain side of things and everything like that. I feel like Kingpin's actually a really, really nice shout in this bit. Or even Ultimus or someone like that. But yeah, Kingpin. And then you could actually form out the whole Wakandan team with Shuri in it as well. Then we move down to the Hero Brawlers. As long as Miss Marvel's passive is tier 4, this is a standout team. It's beautiful. Now, if we were moving Psylocke off of the X-Men team, I would move Psylocke down to here in place of Black Panther, and then I would still be building that Wakandan team. See what I'm doing? I'm just moving a few people around so I can get the most bang for my buck with, bam, a whole new another war team, even though they're not the greatest war team, but also strengthening the teams that we've got in place at the time as well. Excuse me, guys. Right, then we move down to AIM. We got absolutely nothing wrong with there at all. Don't mind that AIM team whatsoever. And to be fair, I'd probably try and get them all up a little bit, but nothing crazy. Like, I find AIM are really, really effective around the 250 mark. Like, super effective. You can also sub out Researcher here for Ultron if you're trying to do a punch up versus quite a few teams. Aimtron is incredibly effective. Then we move down to Supernatural. Now, Supernatural is the team that I'm working on at the moment. I absolutely love them. I think they're absolutely phenomenal. Personally, I would go work on all of these guys, with Mordo needing them tier 4s in his special and his passive. Ghost Rider needing tier 4s in his passive, and Doctor Strange needing tier 4s in his passive. All of a sudden, that is a war team that can counter pretty much everyone. They require a lot of work, they require a lot of resources, but they are a standout team. Right, then we are moving down and we've got Red Skull Hydra. Nothing wrong with that. I wouldn't even be working on that. Obviously, if I could and do anything like sporadically, I'd be putting gear into Red Skull and moving him up a little bit, but nothing crazy. With this team, I would be looking at Carnage and Symbiote Spider-Man. Level those guys up. Don't even worry about the rest of the team. Level those guys up, and they are going to be the main counter and the MVPs for all of these guys' fights. Level them two up. You're going to see huge results coming off the back of it. Then we've already got the X-Force down here. I love this team. I would be moving Storm off, obviously, with Negasonic coming in, and I can't remember the other guy that's coming in, but that would take place of these, and then you've got Storm back up on the X-Men team. Everyone moved down. It's starting to take shape in my mind. Right, then we move down to Taskmaster team. What I would do is make sure that I put Taskmaster in front of Merc Right Guard. So I'd probably move this all over one, right? I'd swap these guys around. Merc Lieutenant Right Guard, I would swap round. You actually want him to be next to him. All right, it really, really does help out. Right, then we move down to the Sinister Six. Nothing wrong with that team at all. I'd probably leave it where it was at the moment. You're not going to see the most results off the back of this one. Then we move down to Ultron with pretty much whoever's with him. Now, again, this is very much a blitz team, not a war team. Ultron is going to be putting in some work with Ultron being able to jump into AIM if you need AIMtron for war and stuff like that. I like it. Just maximising the blitz points makes a lot of sense. Okay, so we have actually got a Kingpin already built up. I would definitely be moving Kingpin up to that Marauders team. Moving anyone else in this spot. Maybe, dare I say it, even... Yeah, literally anyone. I think would really work. And Kingpin will be incredibly effective in that Marauders team. Then we've got the Kree down there. I absolutely love Kree Reaper there. She hits like a truck, man. I don't know why more people don't rate her. I really do like her. This team is literally like the makeshift one. But this team would actually turn in to our Wakandans by moving everyone around a little bit. You know, would be freeing up Shuri, would be freeing up Black Panther. And all of a sudden, we've got a mediocre 180k, no, about 230k Wakandan team off the back of that, just by moving a few people around. This team, honestly, like maybe it's worth it in rotation one, but other than that, like whatever. Yeah, and again, these guys, it's worth working on the hand at the moment. Now, a lot of people are coming into my stream recently and they're like, oh, who's the first teams I should be working on? Now, I always say defenders till about 150, 200 now. It's a solid mark. I know a lot of people don't agree. I still think defenders are a solid team to work on straight away. But then I would either say Wakandans, hand, or mercenaries. Now, the reason for that is the events that now come around once every month are too big to ignore. And the hand team is too big to ignore with those events. Right, then bottom of the shop we have got, basically I think these are a lot of raid teams, right? A lot of raid teams. I really like the raid teams here. So what we've got, I'd like to see Thanos. You know what, that is basically more in order there, isn't it? That is basically more in order. I run them on the wings, but that is more in order. It's a really fun little team to play around with. I don't know if Thanos is good enough for the higher difficulties as a tank. But this team is absolutely beastly. It's probably my favourite U-17 at the moment is this team. And obviously, the more work that you can put into Yo-Yo, the better, because she's an absolute superstar. So, right, overall, what would I be working on? What would be my top priority? And it would probably be this team here, guys. Probably be this team here with Carnage and Symbiote Spider-Man. Symbiote Spider-Man prepping for Dark Dimension 3. Carnage prepping for War. I feel like them two guys can make such a big impact on that team. Then I would also be moving a few people around. Keep doing what you're doing. Supernatural team, do not forget about the Supernatural team, though. They are absolutely awesome and well worth some investment. So it's going to be key characters. Falcon on power armor. Shield Assault on the Shield team. Mr. Fantastic on the Fantastic Four. Just key characters to be working on. Take them above and beyond. And that's going to really just help out overall, man. And you know what? Sometimes it's worth. It's like you've got one more bit of gear going spare there for Daredevil. Just one more bit. Now, I don't know if that's to take him to 13 or not. And if you're saving those resources, but if it's just the one bit of gear, sometimes, like Night Nurse, for example, it's just worth giving her that one bit of gear and improving the overall total collection power. Especially considering you use all of your characters in Blitz. You've got a very good Blitz rotations there. So don't be afraid to give them the low tier gear, whether it be blues or even like greens and stuff. Just get them all up to that type of level, you know. But Honestly, dude, real solid roster. I hope my little bits of information have helped you, and I hope you've enjoyed the video, man. Love your face. Guys and girls, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed it, let me know what you would do with this roster if you were to take over now. Where would your focus be? And I look forward to reading that down below. Discord links down below. Live stream links down below. All that type of good stuff. But until next time, be smart, be strong, be safe. And I'll see you on the flip side. You take it easy.